Welcome to Coming Home. I am your host, Dr. Onalee. I want to lay it to you straight tonight. Have the kind of conversation that I would have with my girlfriends or with my clients and share it with you. Men know. Men know when they are fully attracted to a woman. Men usually know sooner if they really like a woman or not before we even realize. And so when a man is not pursuing you, committing to you, choosing you, they're not making it official. They're not wanting to take the next step to move in. You feel you have to drop hints or ask them, "What are you?" It is unnatural because a man has this desire, this hunger within him. And when I used to hear this before, it would make me insecure. They would say, "He's just not that into you." But that would still hurt my feelings because I would go, well, why isn't he that into me? Why won't he commit to me? Am I not good enough? Is somebody else better? I don't understand. And what I've come to realize is it's actually very spiritual, in my opinion. In my opinion, it is that God, our higher power, does not fully put the exact knowing, pursuit, and desire in the wrong person. This person who is not choosing you and moving the needle forward and claiming you, it is because they are not meant to be that person to do it. And so I know there's a timing thing, and sometimes people really take their time. But if you know it's been a substantial amount of time, or it's most likely supposed to be at that point, or where you feel like you're now questioning and wondering, what are you? In my experience, it's not the correct person for me. If I have to ask myself where I stand with this person and it is not fully known and they are not head over heels about me, it's not for me. And I've dated a lot of people, so I've had a lot of experience in this department. And all of the men where I had to really ask them and wonder, why haven't you asked me to be your girlfriend yet? I want you to move in with me. What are our next steps together? When would we get engaged? That wasn't natural. What I then came to find is that the men who I started to be attracted to after recovering from narcissistic relationships, they would pursue me. They would choose me. They would make it known that they wanted a commitment with me. And then I had to be the one to sift and sort and decide, do I want to be with them? I gave up ever needing to wonder what I am with somebody. And I had to realize and be honest with myself that if I'm even asking myself that question, they are not for me. Because with the right man, God will put the desire to choose me. And God put the desire to choose me within a few men. And then I had to be the one to use the discernment of, do I want to be with them? But I want to reassure you that your person, your husband, the one, the next relationship that's right for you, they're going to know. They're going to have sensations and feelings within their body to move towards you. And they're never going to risk losing you. How would you walk around and how would you carry yourself and how would you trust and enter the next relationship if you knew you were so valuable that it would be hell on earth to lose you? That you are literally irreplaceable. You are a once in a lifetime kind of woman. How would you then move? How would you then be? Do you believe that? Can you start to choose to believe that? What if they should be so worried that you're not going to want to be with them? That started to become my experience. I realized men wanted to claim me. They wanted to ask me to be their girlfriend. They wanted to be exclusive. They didn't want to lose me. They didn't want other people to be with me either. And to me, that's how I know it's at least moving in the right direction. So if you're constantly questioning where you stand with somebody, I want you to just keep this episode in the back of your mind to at least plant a seed. Your person will know. They will pursue, they will choose. They're not going to risk losing you. They're going to want to talk to you. They're going to want to be there. They're going to want to hang out. They're going to want to see you. They're going to want to take you on dates. They're going to want to come over. They're going to want you to come over. If this person constantly is ghosting you and they're not choosing you and they're not committing to you, it's just simply not your person. And not because you're not good enough, but because God has somebody so much better for you. Somebody who wants to be with you. I remember when I was letting go of my 4 year on and off situationship. I really liked this person. I really, really did. We never argued. We never fought. We had fun. We were super sexual and flirty and all the things. And I loved how I felt with him. And he was exactly physically what I was attracted to. But at the end of the day, he would not commit to me for dear life. He would always come back, even when I would close the door because I said I wanted a committed relationship with someone, and he didn't seem to want to do that with me. And I would close the door, and he would come back every single time. He would reach back out, but still no commitment. And then when I would let him back in, I wouldn't hear from him the next day or the next week. And I remember the moment where I realized I was finally done with this guy. It was 11 p.m. the whole next day where I didn't hear from him. Not a, it was so good seeing you. Hope you have a good day. Good morning. Can't wait to see you again. Literally ghost. Nothing. Nothing. And in that moment where I realized, oh my God, I'm waiting all day to see if this dude texts me and I'm waiting for a breadcrumb of a text that isn't even guaranteed to come in, I realized that is sad, first of all. But second of all, I had to be honest with myself and I said, I want to be with someone who freaking wants to talk to me. I want to be with somebody who wants to see how my day is, who wants to interact with me, who wants to be my friend, who wants to get to know each other. I want to be with someone who wants to talk to me. And for whatever reason, this dude doesn't. But that's not what I want. And so I wrote it down on a sticky note and I wrote, can't even talk to me the next day and doesn't want to. I needed to not make him so wrong about it. And I knew I needed to not wait a whole nother day just to get a breadcrumb of a text. And so I blocked him. I blocked him out of love. And he actually ended up a few months after that. Then he added me on Instagram and he followed me. And I realized it was never an issue of me not being good enough. This person for 4 years kept me around. They didn't find anyone. It was never an issue of me not being good enough. And it was always an issue of me choosing my worth and closing that door and being honest that I have a desire for monogamy and commitment and to be with my husband, to be with my soulmate. And for whatever reason, even if he was looking for that and I could have potentially been a great match for him, he wasn't stepping up in that way that I was desiring. And so I had to let him go. And I had to get real and I had to get honest and I had to really see it that the reason he's not choosing me is not because somebody else is better or shinier or more beautiful or cooler than me. It's not because anything's wrong with me and I'm not hot enough, I'm not good enough, my butt's not good enough. It's that he's simply not my person and not the one God chose. Because when you say powerful prayers like, God, I'm open and available to my husband, to my soulmate, it actually would be really unloving of the universe, God, whatever you believe in, to deliver you that person being your soulmate and asking you to be with them or stay for the rest of your life when they're not the person that God has destined for you. And so I view rejection as a very spiritual protection. Although it's painful and although it hurts, I would see this guy on dating apps seeking out a woman that I felt like literally described me. And it made me feel so invisible because I felt, here I am. I'm open. I'm available. I'm right here in front of your face. How do you not see me? Why do you not choose me? I don't understand. I'm stunned because I see a shooting freaking star right now. I have to pause this 1 second. Okay, well, that was amazing. I had to pause this and go outside and view it. That was just amazing. So maybe that's a sign for somebody or just a really special special moment, but I really want to ring in and remind us that any rejection we've experienced, any cheating, any betrayal, any abandonment, it has never, 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 never been about you not being good enough. Even if you felt like relationship after relationship, this kept happening. It is always pointing you home where you can learn to love yourself and source that own love from who your higher power says that you are. And when somebody starts to show you the red flags, because I guarantee this person who cheated or they ghosted, the red flags were there, but you ignored them. What we do moving forward is we do not ignore the red flags, and it's the most loving thing that we can do. We actually allow ourselves to really be picky. I think being picky with the person you choose to spend your life with is the most honoring thing you can do. So many of us hear a voice in our head of, well, you shouldn't be so picky. Nobody's perfect. Where has that gotten us as a society? How many relationships are ending in divorce? And even if they're not ending in divorce, how many are actually happy? I truly believe, and you can borrow my belief, that we have a soulmate. Even if you've been married before, I believe we have a soulmate, a perfect match for us. Somebody that we get to do life with, and it gets to be fun. And it gets to be supportive and uplifting and encouraging. And you guys could be totally different or you could be totally the same. Whatever vision and dream and desire God placed in you, you get to have it. And I speak to people who believe this. It's one of my biggest beliefs. And I wish I had more mentors and people talking about my beliefs instead of saying, oh, I feel like we have hundreds of soulmates and you could be a match with anybody. Not according to my beliefs. And I believe in love. And I've seen it happen too many times to doubt it or question. I'm like the soulmate whisperer. I can really see and feel and know when somebody's with their soulmate. And it's my favorite thing on the planet to do with my clients, to start dreaming up and having them paint the vision of who their soulmate is. And then we get to celebrate it. It's so freaking fun. I could talk about it for hours. Like all of those client calls could go over forever. That is what I'm here on the planet to do. I'm here to help you be that match to your soulmate. But I'm really here to help you know that you are beautiful, you are powerful, you are worthy, you are deserving of being that match. And you're allowed to long for it and desire it. I don't need to sit here and say, but it's more about you just loving yourself. No, that wasn't what I wanted to hear on my journey. I wanted to still prepare and be open and available and wonder where the heck my soulmate is. So you can keep your longing, you can keep your desire. It's beautiful that you have it. And when you have it, it's going to be so sweet and so magical. And I can't wait for you to send me a message and celebrate it. Or if we're going to do some one-to-one work together where you start to become that energetic match to your soulmate, that would be so freaking fun. So let all of this sink in, contemplate it, see what feels right for you, what resonates with you. Get in tune with your own beliefs. That's part of what coming home is about. Going within. I'm sending you so much love. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, rest of your night, and I can't wait to be seeing you soon.